Good day, fellow bettors. Thank you for joining me for another video for your La Liga predictions and betting tips. Today, I will be sharing with you my predictions and betting tips on the match result, correct score prediction, which you can use in turn to determine the number of goals expected in a particular game. Also, I'll be sharing with you tips on the handicap betting system. And for this year game week, we're going to start on a Friday. We're going to start with Cadiz versus Getafe. And for Cadiz versus Getafe, I'm expecting this one to end in a draw. And I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of correct score prediction, I'm saying we should have a 1-all draw here. Also, in terms of a double chance, but you could go with a draw and under 4.5 goals. On the handicap system, we're not going to have a bet because of my predicted scoreline. And so therefore, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick recap of predictions for Cadiz versus Getafe. And the predictions are, I'm expecting this game to end in a draw. I'm expecting both teams to score. And my predicted scoreline is a 1-all draw. And in terms of a double chance bet, I'd go with a draw and under 4.5 goals for this game. Alright, so that's how the cookie crumbles for Cadiz versus Getafe for our first game for this game week in the La Liga. And now we're going to move on to our next game, and our next game will be Real Madrid versus Espanyol. And for Real Madrid versus Espanyol, I'm expecting here Real Madrid to take care of business, being at home. And we will be seeing both teams will score as well. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I say Real Madrid wins this one 3-1. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Real Madrid to win this one by a goal. As you can see here, and that's $1.75. Now for a recap for Real Madrid versus Espanyol. And what we have here is Real Madrid winning this game at $1.25. I have both teams score, and that's $1.20. In terms of a double chance, you have either team to win and both to score. And in terms of correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 3-1 victory here for Real Madrid over Espanyol. And on the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Real Madrid to win this game by a goal. Alright, so that's all my predictions for Real Madrid versus Espanyol. Now we're going to move on over to Elche versus Real Valladolid. And for Elche versus Real Valladolid, I'm expecting this one to end in a draw as well. And I'll say we have a scoring draw here. And in terms of correct score prediction, I would say we should have a 1-all draw. In terms of a double chance, I'm going to go with a draw and under 4.5. And so I'm just going to go straight ahead and give you the quick recap here now for Elche versus Real Valladolid. And this game, I'm expecting it to end in a draw. And expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have here a 1-all draw. In terms of a double chance, I go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for this game. Alright, so that's it for Elche versus Real Valladolid, and now we're going to move on over to the next game, which is Celta Vigo versus Rayo Vallecano. And for this particular game, I am expecting both teams to give each other a good challenge. And so therefore, Celta being at home, I'm not going to say it's going to they have the edge here, but Rayo is, I think both teams are unpredictable, and so therefore, this isn't about this game. So for me, I'm going to go with Celta, seeing them at home, but I would be surprised if Rayo beat them. So I'm going to go with Celta to win here. Both teams to score. In terms of the double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 2-1 victory here for Celta Vigo. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a draw based on my predicted scoreline basis being Celta de Vigo winning by a goal. Alright. So let's come on here now. Let's search for it. It's taking a little time to guess. Celta Vigo winning by a goal, taking a draw. Alright, so let's just roll back up and give you a quick recap here now, folks. For this game, Celta de Vigo versus Rayo Vallecano, I'm expecting Celta de Vigo to win here at $2 in terms of the odds. Both teams to score as well. And in terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both to score. In terms of the correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 2-1 victory here for Celta de Vigo over Rayo Vallecano. And that's $9 in terms of the odds. I'm going to go also on the handicap system. I'm going to take a draw basis being Celta de Vigo winning by a goal. Alright. So that's how the cookie crumbles for Celta de Vigo versus Rayo Vallecano. And now we're going to move on to our next game. And our next game will be Valencia versus Osasuna. And for Valencia versus Osasuna, now this is going to be another interesting one, I do believe. And so for Valencia versus Osasuna, I'm going to go with Valencia to win here. And the reason being Valencia being at home, even though they've been in a poor run of form, I'm expecting them to turn it around. Osasuna is going to be challenging. I'm not expecting a lot of goals in this game though. So Valencia to win for me. Both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Correct scoreline, I'm saying Valencia win this one 1-0. Otherwise, I think they're going to win 2-0. But I'm going to go with 1 because I'm expecting this game to be closely contested. And so, in terms of the handicap system, basis being Valencia winning by a goal, we're going to take a draw. Alright, so recapping predictions for Valencia versus Osasuna. I'm expecting Valencia to win here at $2.05. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that should not be the case. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with Valencia or Osasuna to win and both teams not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying 1-0 victory here for Valencia over Osasuna. And in terms of the handicap system now, we're going to go with a draw, basis being our earlier predicted scoreline, which is a 1-0 victory for Valencia. Alright, and so that's how the game ends from my perspective. Valencia versus Osasuna. And now we're going to move on to our next game, and our next game will be Mallorca versus Real Sociedad. And for Mallorca versus Real Sociedad, I'm expecting here this one to be closely contested as well. And so therefore it's not going to be easy for Real Sociedad. If they were having a bumper season, then I would have sent Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad, they're doing really well, as it's the last 5. They've won all 5, but I don't think they're going to have it that way coming this game here on the weekend. And so therefore I'm expecting this one to be closely contested, and so therefore I think we're going to have a draw here. I'm going to go with a draw for this one. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 1-all scoreline here, and so therefore my next bet will be a double chance, and that will be a draw and under 4.5 goals in total. Alright, so recapping predictions for Mallorca versus Real Sociedad, I'm expecting this one to end in a draw at $2.75. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. And in terms of a correct scoreline prediction, I'm going for a 1-all draw between Mallorca and Real Sociedad, so 1 goal apiece. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total, and that's $2.80 in terms of the odds for that particular bet. Alright, so that's all the quick crumbles between Mallorca and Real Sociedad. Now we're going to move on to Sevilla and Almeria. And for Sevilla and Almeria, I'm expecting here that Sevilla should be able to come out on top here, but it's not going to be easy. Almeria have been playing some good football off late, and so therefore it shouldn't be easy to beat, and so therefore it's going to be an interesting one if you ask me. Alright, so I'm expecting let's go here. We're gonna go with Sevilla to win, but I'm expecting both teams to score, and I think we're gonna have about 3 goals in this game. So I'll say 2-1 in favor of Sevilla. Alright, so I'm gonna go with either team to win. Also, in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying a 2-1 victory here for Sevilla. Otherwise, this game it could end in a draw, or Sevilla or Almeria could surprise Sevilla. Alright, so based on the predicted scoreline, I'm going to go with a draw here. This being Sevilla winning by a goal. So recap for Sevilla versus Almeria, I'm expecting Sevilla to win. And in terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, 2-1 victory for Sevilla over Almeria. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go with a draw. Alright, basis being Sevilla winning by a goal. Alright, so let's move on to our next game, and our next game here will be let's just scroll up. Our next game will be between Villarreal and Real Sociedad. And for this game is our penultimate game. So Villarreal versus Sociedad. I'm expecting Villarreal versus Real Betis. And for this game, I'm expecting Villarreal to come out and give off themselves a good performance, but you can't count Real Betis out because Real Betis could surprise them. And so therefore I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna say we should have a I'm gonna go and I'm going to take a draw for this one, and I'll say both teams score. In terms of my predicted scoreline, I'm saying we should have a 1-all draw here. Otherwise, it might be a 2-all draw. But that's what I'm expecting. Right. So in terms of double chance, let's go with a draw and under 4.5. In terms of the handicap system, we're not going to have a bet on that, and so therefore let's just go ahead and give you a quick recap for Villarreal versus Real Betis. I'm expecting this one to end in a draw at $3.60 in terms of the odds. Both teams scoring, I'm saying yes, that should be the case. Correct scoreline prediction, I'm saying we should have a 1-all draw here between Villarreal and Real Sociedad. Also, in terms of the double chance bet, I would go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total for this game. Alright, so that's my prediction for Villarreal versus Real Betis, and now we're going to move on over to our next game, and this next game will be Athletic Bilbao versus Barcelona, and this is our penultimate game for this year game week, and I am expecting both teams should come here and give off their bets, and so therefore I'm expecting Barcelona to come away with the victory here. I'm not expecting them to score too many, so we'll see both teams not to score. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I say Barcelona wins this 1-2-0. Otherwise, they could end up winning 2-1, or they could end up getting draw. I may beat them a couple weeks ago, and so therefore we have to look out for that. But I guess that was a bad day at the office of Barcelona. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take Barcelona to win by a goal here. And we're going to take them to win by a goal. Alright, so Barcelona to win by a goal. They're not playing the best football, hence the reason why this odd is so lovely. Barcelona winning by a goal, $4.20. Alright, so let's go ahead and give you a quick recap for Barcelona versus Athletic Bilbao. I'm expecting Barcelona to win at $2.10. Both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, I say Barcelona wins this one 2-0, and that's $9 in terms of the odds, if that should happen. On the handicap side of the football now, you have Barcelona winning by a goal here, and that's $4.20 if that should happen. Alright, so that's my prediction for Barcelona versus Athletic Bilbao. And now we're going to move on to our next game, and our next game, which is our final game of this year game week, is Girona versus Atletico Madrid. And for Girona versus Atletico Madrid, I'm expecting here both teams to battle this one out. Again, I'm not expecting a lot of goals in this one, and so therefore I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in a draw. So I'm going to give Atletico Madrid the go ahead here. I'm going to give them the edge rather. Atletico Madrid to win, both teams not to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying Atletico Madrid wins this one 1-0. And in terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a draw on the handicap system. The basis being Atletico Madrid winning by a goal. Alright, so in terms of a double chance, I should just put that in there. Either team to win and both not to score. Alright, now so just give you a recap of the predictions for Atletico Madrid versus Girona. I'm expecting Atletico Madrid to win this one, and in terms of both teams scoring, I said no, that should not be the case. Correct scoreline prediction, I say we should have a 1-0 victory here for Atletico Madrid over Girona. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead and take a Atletico Madrid winning by a goal, and we're going to take a draw based on our predicted scoreline. In terms of another double chance bet that you could take is either team to win and both not to score. Alright, so those are my predictions for Girona versus Atletico Madrid, and basically this is the end of my predictions for this year game week for your La Liga betting tips and predictions. Once more, I must thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time out, and as usual, I wish you best of luck betting and have a blessed weekend. Thank you.